Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. So let's get into it. We've been tracking the price of Bitcoin within this channel that we've had since July 25th, and we've recently had a pretty important sort of development where we've broken a level of resistance where we've heretofore been rejected multiple times. That's approximately at the 48,300 level, right? So we broke that, and right now we're basically backtesting it. Backtesting in technical analysis means that we're flipping an old resistance level and using it as support and making sure the floor is secure, making sure it is a good sort of jump off point for a future sort of upwards movements. And you can think of that as what you would do if you're rock climbing, for instance, right? You reach a new level. What do? You test and make sure that you have good footing. I guess you set your anchor again at a higher level, right? It's basically what price action is doing. And psychologically, people are making sure that, okay, I guess that's the new low. That's the local low. We won't sell this asset for any lower than this now that we've all decided that this is a fair asking price in this market, right? And not to get sidetracked, but it's really important to mention why we track the price of Bitcoin. You don't necessarily need to be invested in Bitcoin directly to care about what the price of Bitcoin is doing. If you're trading, if you're investing, you do want to keep an eye on what the price of Bitcoin is doing. Why? Because it is the main indicator for our market. If you want to know what the stock market is doing and how it will affect crypto, look at Bitcoin. If you want to know what the DXY, the basket of assets that the US dollar is traded against, and how that affects crypto, look at Bitcoin. If you want to know the general sort of sentiment of economics worldwide and how that affects crypto, look at Bitcoin. It is the most important indicator in our market. So this is why I track it daily. I don't necessarily make trades daily, not at all. I probably make a trade a month, if that, right? And I have a large part of my portfolio again that I haven't touched in months, and I won't touch again until the end of this bull run. So this is why we do what we do. All right. So we've passed this 48K point and we flipped it. We did an SR flip or an RS flip, made it into support. Now what? We still have to leave this channel. Again, until we leave this channel, you won't see much of anything explosive out of Bitcoin. It'll be, fits and starts here and there, but nothing really to write home about, nothing that'll really get the people excited, the people outside of this space, the people that are kind of retail investors on the side who have been looking from afar at cryptocurrency and thinking, I might get in, but I don't know, it may go back down to zero. And the people that, have a bearish sort of outlook and think that the price, 64K was the top, right, in April or May, and we're not going back up past that. We're not going to set a new all-time high. Those people who are still tethered up, still out of the market, they're not really getting confidence with this slow-moving sort of price action. And this channel will not lend to explosive movement. Once we breach this channel, right, at about, and again, this is a trend line, so it really depends when we breach it. But right now, if we breached it today, that would mean we passed $51,213 thereabouts. Then you would see Bitcoin start to move more violently, right? And those kinds of moves make the Business Insider articles, make the CNBC hits, where the average retail investor starts going, well, maybe there's something to this thing, maybe I should invest. That influx of capital really rises all tides, right? And will make the lower cap coins, which I'll talk about in a moment, that will make them start to move. All right. So again, we need to leave this channel first, and we're on the 4-hourly. We need to leave this channel. It looks like we're making our way up there, but it's taking time, right? And let's go to the hourly to see more precisely what's going on. All right, it looks like we're forming a right shoulder of an inverse head and shoulders. All right, let's draw it out just so everyone can see. We've got the left shoulder, we've got the head, and we've got the right shoulder. Again, this is good. It's very bullish because it's inclined up and to the right. That means it is a bullish trend. And here's our neckline. Here is the measured move. Neckline to the top of the head. Let's say we were to break out at around 4 or 5. Let's see. 11, sorry. Let's say we were to break out in an hour or 2 hours. We would leave this channel, and our target would be $53,728. So just an example, right? We are forming a bullish pattern that is a bullish construction, and so we're expecting the price of Bitcoin to eventually leave this channel. We have enough juice to do it. Question is, will it? You know, and this is technical analysis, so there's a high probability, high likelihood that it will. Okay, but it's not 100%, never is 100%. So that's Bitcoin. Now, a lot of you are invested in not Bitcoin, but other assets, right? There's 12,000 assets listed on CoinMarketCap, listed on CoinGecko. There's so many, and fewer people actually are directly invested in Bitcoin. We're all invested in Bitcoin by proxy, but you care more about what your coin is doing, what your investments are doing, right? So if you look at what's been going on, we've seen serious movement by large cap and mid cap projects, right? Atom, this Cosmos Atom, this is a layer 1, I believe. It's moved. It just has moved in the past few hours, right? It's up 20%. That is movement. Even though Bitcoin's moving sideways, it's moving gingerly, you get serious movement by those projects. Chili's just moved 8-9%, right? In the past few hours. Engine, a gaming token, has just moved, but it's a large cap. These are large caps, mid caps. This is actually a small cap, Veracity. It's moved. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe a new partnership, but there are some sort of outliers. And this Veracity coin has been moving for some time. And if you are subscribed to this channel, you'll know that this is one of my favorite sort of projects. I have significant investment in this token. So, you do have some projects that are not large and mid caps, layer 1s and layer 2s that have been moving, but it's a bit here and there. It's not kind of like everybody move at once, right? QuickSwap, this is a small cap. It's been moving quite well. But it is, I think, derivative of, it's in the Cardano ecosystem, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that may explain why it's moving. Anyway, you're not getting, a wholesale movement of the small cap coins. And a lot of people ask, hey, Dean, when are the meme tokens going to run? When is Shiba-inu going to run? When is Dogecoin going to run? When are the smaller cap tokens going to run? Now, let's look at an index. So this is, I don't know what you know about indices, but an index is a conglomeration or an agglomeration of different indicators, right? A series of indicators. And there's one called the Shitcoin Perpetual Futures. And this is, a cheeky kind of name. Sam Bankman-Fried at FTX probably, he probably okayed. And this indicator lets you know, let's look at it on the daily, because it's an index. it lets you, it basically shows you all the shit coins, quote unquote, meaning the low cap projects that, haven't proven themselves in cryptocurrency, how they're doing as a whole. So I hope everybody understands that. So I guess, Cum Rocket and Daddy Doge and Elon Coin and all that stuff, they're all put together in one index, and this is their collective price action. And if we look, what do we see? We see an imminent breakout, okay? So we have here an inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is an imminent breakout. We're at the neckline here, okay? And so what does this mean? This means that your favorite coin with, unproven use case that, maybe it's just a joke, maybe it's a meme, it's going up to any day now. This is on the daily time frame. It's at the neckline and it's testing that. So any day now, we're expecting a wholesale movement, and that may happen, that may coincide with Bitcoin leaving our channel of July 25th. So that's that. And let's get more specific. Let's look at a specific coin. Let's look at Shiba-inu. Okay, so this chart, and you won't be able to get this chart unless you have a subscription to TradingView. You may find it on another platform, but I had to do a bit of chart ninjutsu to get this SHIB BTC chart. I basically charted Shiba Inu USDT pair against the BTC USDT pair, and this is a daily time frame, and you'll see that this Shiba Inu's, I think last I checked, it was like 40 or 50. So it would constitute as a mid cap, right? Not even a small cap, but it's a meme token. The utility is little to none. Yeah, they have Shiba Swap, which would mean it's DeFi or maybe a DEX or something like that. But, this is a new development. It's essentially known in the market as a meme coin. So people would most likely not divest funds into this until they saw some significant action from Bitcoin or some other larger projects. They reached a certain take profit zone, then they roll those profits into these kind of more speculative assets. So if you look at this chart, and I think this is always a good idea, I've been saying that projects like Shiba Inu and other smaller, more speculative assets have been following Bitcoin in lockstep for some time now, and this chart proves it. So this goes back to May 10th, and we see that we had a big kind of upwards movement, or we have a big green candle on May 10th, and since then it's been tapering out, and we've pretty much had this. I mean, this is a beautiful chart in terms of a buyer's chart. We're pretty much on the floor here. We've been waving up and down and slowly getting more and more tight, coiling up, actually getting right in between those exponential moving averages. And right now, it looks like we're going to go back up on this 21 daily moving average. And that's important because that's the bull run indicator. I always say you have to ride the 21 daily moving average if you're on an uptrend. So we should get above this yellow line. And eventually, what you may see from Shiba Inu and other projects, you'll see one day or 2 days at most where it rises up. What was this? Oh, this isn't even going to give me a percentage, is it? Oh, yeah, because this is in bars. Maybe 100% or 200%. So all of this time consolidating, all of this consolidation, just leading to one explosive move up and then back down again slowly. So this is what I anticipate for projects like Shiba Inu against Bitcoin, maybe even Doge, maybe less so Doge, but like, for these smaller projects, more speculative projects. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was useful. If you're still with us at this time, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when a new video is coming out, and I appreciate it. All right, have a good weekend.